Part 3, Endless Cycle. I'm sorry. Good morning, Bianca. Did you do the prep work for today? I heard we're covering. Hey, don't you jinx it. And then he just died. Yeah, had his head eaten. Just like that. Oh, Bianca. She hears a familiar voice calling to her. Commandant Kelly? I'm not at the aquarium. In her hazy vision, sea and sky merge into one, dark and heavy like the hush before a storm. Is it visual distortion from a mind deviation? I was wondering why is it dark. Okay. Commander's figure flickers at the edge of her visual module, a smudged silhouette standing on a landing pad that wasn't there a moment ago. The human's mouth moves, words lost beneath silence. Bianca hears nothing at all. Whether or not it's a hallucination in her mind. Careful, tropical fish, red tide at the aquarium. Watch out for the ascendant. Captain. The bitter tang of vital fluid lingers stubbornly in her mouth. Hazily, consciousness seeps back into her leaden limbs. Sylph. I'm just gonna blow a little bit, Sally. Okay. Barely recognizing the team member before her, Bianca coughs up the thick fluid clogging her throat, fighting to steady the pain lashing at her mind. Was that just a mind hallucination? Yet Kelly's voice had felt real, almost too real to dismiss. But there's no time to dwell. The moment the searing pain in her mind rose to a throb, she immediately asked about the current situation. Did we fall back to the first floor? No. Then things aren't looking good, Captain. Someone's controlling the red tide in the aquarium. They know this building inside out. We're probably on the aquarium's floor second level. Fall back to the first level is almost impossible with the red tide cutting us off. We have no choice but to keep moving deeper. What about comms? Any contact with Babylonia? Barely. The punishing concentration here is off the charts. We're only getting intermittent signals at best. Bianca lowers her head, blowing up her frame status feed. A flush of red floods her vision. The ceaseless high-intensity combat has taken its toll. Despite her efforts to shield the refugees and the purifying force members, the red tide's Russian has seeped in. Her mind wavers, its coherence varying at the edges. Now is hardly the time to wait for her mind to stabilize. Give me some bandages. After hastily bandaging the worst of the bleeding wounds, Bianca takes a moment to survey her surroundings. She's in what appears to be an underground viewing hall at the aquarium. The exits on either side are sealed tight, though thin tendrils of the red tide. Red tide still slither in through the cracks. Relentless. The refugees cuddled together, clutching old trinkets as they whispered desperate prayers. Nearby, members of the purifying force stood watch, some guarding the place, others patching out their comrades with hurried hands. I swear the nostalgia, what throwback. Bianca lifts her terminal, hesitates for a breath, then taps record. This is Bianca, captain of the Purifying Force, leading the 3rd rescue team into the aquarium. Commencing 4th mission log. I'll be leaving the chip containing this recording at this location. Mark query so that any follow-up personnel can find it and use it for reference. During our the aquarium's 2 ground levels, we found no signals of the 1st or 2nd rescue teams. Sorry about that. That was my mom. However, we later discovered that an ascendant has been stockpiling a massive amount of the red tide in the aquarium's lowest level main tank, funneling it through underground waterways, and they've been frequently using it to attack us. overly high punishing concentration. It's the red tide. The air was cold and gloomy, thick with the damp, earthly scent of decay. Bianca's team had barely stepped into Aquarius' lower first level. As soon as he entered, the attack came. Vicious dark liquid seeped across the floor, swirling with the unnatural currents of the red tide. From within its depths, the four tentacled creatures lurched toward, attacking the rescue team with relentless fury. Deployed reconnaissance drones to detect the specific location of the red tide leakage. If it were you, maybe the experiment would see different results. Behind the red tide, a purple-haired figure flashes by. Who's there? Show yourself. Just a little experiment. That's all. Play along, and it won't hurt much. Stay alert. Watch out for the sewer exits around. Ugh. Fall back. I'll cover the rear. After multiple engagements of this nature, we were herded by descendant into this position, approximately mid-sector on the lower second level. Fortunately, we found the rescue targets of both the first and second teams. Believers of Scarlet Revelation, along with their leader, Grace. Ugh. A sharp cry shatters the recording's audio. Bianca hurls her terminal at a nearby purified force number in the same motion, whips her sword staff free. The red tide convulses, its surface bubbling in grotesque, shifting forms. From the seething mass, garbled whispers erupt. Don't jinx it. It tastes right. Ew. Okay. No. I'm guessing it's worries? I don't know. Sylph rushes up from the side and severs the last tide tendril. Thanks, Sylph. It's fine. Now, do we go forward or back? Back. We have to find a way to evacuate. The Scarlet Revelation followers aren't equipped for a fight. Pushing forward would just get more people killed. But we still haven't found the first two rescue teams and Vice Captain Chico. Let's get the followers back to the surface first and regroup with the support team waiting above. This mission, we will get it done. Yeah. Pulling at her hood, Sylph says nothing more. As the two finish their conversation, Grace, who has been waiting off to the side, fidgets with the hem of her garment, deliberately rustling the fabric to announce her presence. Captain Bianca? Okay, that's just sus. She's just emailed now and I'm not glad I feel the sus. That's sus. The dark green-haired woman tightens her grip on her oddly decorated staff, hesitating as if searching for the right words. Thank you for risking yourselves to come and help. And thank you for opening the control room door just in time. Grace's head jerks up, her gaze briefly locking with Bianca's before she takes a half step back. Her fingers nervously trace her staff, as if the motion might offer an escape from the weight of the moment. I'm sorry. It's true that members of the Scarlet Revelation opened the control room door, but earlier, they were the ones who deliberately closed it in the first place. When Grace was in the lower second level control room, she spotted the new-coming rescue team through the surveillance cameras. Seizing the opportunity, she herded the followers into this hall and sealed the door from the control panel. The rescue team would inevitably come this way, and when they did, she could play the helpful ally, opening the door for them, granting them entry. A small favor, a calculated gesture. As is what I said, she's so sus. Deep inside, suspicion and fear war with an irresistible pull toward dependence on this very power. How long have we been inside here? Bianca appears to overlook the layered meaning behind Grace's sorry, and presses on with her question. Sensing that Bianca might not intend to dwell on the issue, Grace responds in a hushed tone. At least 10 days. I came in here this morning. After stepping into this place, my timing device conked out, so I started carving a vertical notch on a stick every time my stomach started growling uncontrollably. It might not be accurate. Sometimes I blacked out from starvation. But I say it's been about 10 days. 10 days. Chico, I mean, have you met the first and second rescue teams that Babylonia sent in? We never ran into the first rescue team, but the second one, Chico. Are you talking about that construct with blue hair? Yes, That's her. Do you have any clues about where she is? I'm sorry. She was standing between the Senate and us with routine. All we could do was run. After that, we hid in the control room here on the war second level. But this place is swarming with those monsters. And by that point, our food was already running out. Don't worry, you'll make it back to the surface safely. I'm sorry. I wish I had more to offer, but all I can say is, I'm sorry. She murmurs anxiously, hearing Bianca might abandon to leave with her more combat-capable teammates. Is there any work I can help with? Anything at all. Like, we can scout ahead, or whatever you need. I appreciate the offer, but that won't be necessary. Right now, we don't need anyone risking themselves to clear the way. We'll make sure everyone gets back to the surface alive, one way or another. Bianca pulls up the map data in the terminal, her eyes narrowing as she scans for any viable route, one that hasn't collapsed or been swallowed by the creeping red tide. Oh? Oh. Wow. Meanwhile, inside the moderating room, the agent in black fixes his gaze on the figures flickering around across the screens. Oh my gosh, not him again. I know, like, he's kind of like a morally gray if you read Lucy's chapter, you know, but like, I just don't like him still. The crowd's getting bigger, Mister. Should I release some red tide to break them up? A bit of commotion wouldn't hurt. The man's tone betrays a flicker of dissonance. Mister, your cautiousness. Don't worry about it. Struggling to pluck coherent thoughts from the noise, Vonnegut rubs his index finger against his mask, lost in contemplation. How is Chico's fusion going? More successfully than originally expected. She might be more suitable for hetero-humanoid fusion than Grace. A faint, nagging confusion assails him, yet no matter how meticulously he combs through the information, he finds no clear flaw. Still, he feels it, something slipped beyond his grasp. It began at some indefinable moment, elusive as a shadow. The tower is cutting off contact with him. Once aware of this outcome, he scours every note, every record, but not a single sign suggests the tower would disconnect. Only after relentless searching does he uncover fragmented hints. The ship, the anomaly, might lie right here, the Copperfield Aquarium. But what, exactly, has changed? The creeping loss of control gnaws at him like insects on an elephant's hide, trivial in scale, yet relentless in distraction. It won't derail his plans, but it fractures his focus. Why? Did the cradle of Deep Blue fail? Did something unexpected happen within the tower? Or is it? This is the first accident beyond his reach. The first time he has faced the dawning realization that beyond his vision, something lingers. Vast enough to eclipse the cosmos, blinding his perception, yet small as a mere insect existing at twilight, its fragile flight swayed by a single breath. He acutely senses the doubt brought by the unknown. Meanwhile, Litos continues obediently, reporting the experiment's progress. Okay, so, funny fact, all this time I thought Litos was a girl until I think it was number 21's chapter. I can't remember what chapter, but somewhere obviously after Lee's patch. So I always thought she was a girl, even though, like, obviously he mentioned he, but obviously because, the appearance, long hair and flower, a girl. So I think in the eyes also looks like a girl, but it's a boy. Mister, the fusion between Chico and the hetero-humanoid Renee is going well. If you could integrate a stronger consciousness into this red tide, you might be able to breed an even more perfect creature. Oh no, that better not be us. For example, that captain of the Purifying Force. Oh no, back up. A more perfect creature means more possibilities, right, mister? Right. The subtle dissonance lingers, but the agent has already devised a way to cope with this creeping sense of losing control. As long as the tower descends, everything could proceed as planned. Oh, not that one. But if it fails to appear at the scheduled time, he will force it down. He knows more than one way to make that happen. Go ahead. Hurry the lance to your site. There's still time for experiments. Gets Ulito's proposal his silent approve. Ooh. After all, Copperfield Aquarium remains theirs to command, and time is still on their side.